Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another edition of SBR College Football Picks Against the Spread. I'm your host, Bird Bouchard. And guys, we're coming off a week where we went 4-2. That now brings our season record to 16-10-1. So looking to definitely build off that momentum. Our first official play here of week 1 is going to have to be Texas minus 5.5 point favorites on the road against Iowa State. Now guys, when I break this one down, it really comes down to Tom Herman and his Longhorns. Their offense is starting to click. We obviously saw what they were able to do in week 2 versus USC, an unfortunate loss there. With that being said though guys, in addition to this, Iowa State, even though they're at home, they're just not that great. So I mean, the head matchup, only 5.5 points, which is, you know, a touchdown for Texas to cover. I feel like they're a young up-and-coming team. Minus 5.5 should be more than reasonable for them to cover. So our first official play here, guys, is going to be the Texas Longhorns minus 5.5. Our next pick here, guys, deemed to be by many the trap game of the week. Doesn't matter, guys. I'm going to be having to back up USC minus 3.5 on the road against Washington State. But when I look at this, guys, USC, they've been on an absolute rampage ever since Sam Darnold took over the team. The whole team in general is just too strong for Washington State to handle. They've been there, right? They've been there in those big moments. I feel like that's going to be a key factor here. Sam Darnold, that's right guys, his draft stock and even Heisman stock is starting to fall. Look for him to put up big numbers here in week 5. With that being said, guys, USC here, tons of value. We're going to take them. Our next play here, guys, is going to be backing up Iowa at plus 3.5 on the road again against Michigan State University. Oh man, was that ever a tough loss against a phenomenal Penn State team backed up by Saquon Barkley, who's arguably right now the front runner for the Heisman. With that being said, guys, this Iowa team, they love to be the underdog and they thrive in this situation. Michigan State Spartans have not impressed me whatsoever so far this year. So, gonna go with the points here and I'm gonna be taking Iowa. Hopefully this time they can pull the upset outright. Our next play here, guys, is going to be yet another underdog on the road, but this time we're going to be backing up the Memphis Tigers plus 4.5 on the road against a tougher UCF team. Now guys, when I really look at this game, I look at a team in Memphis. Man, are they ever poised. We all saw what they did knocking off UCLA and Josh Rosen earlier on in the season. This is a team who's clearly capable of putting up big numbers. That's exactly what they're going to be needing to do to win this game here. Obviously, we're getting 4.5 points. I do feel like we're going to be winning this game outright. Regardless of the facts, guys, break this game down. Memphis has the better running game. Memphis has the better passing game. Overall, while it may be a shootout, I love the points here. So that's going to be our official play here for week 5. Back up those Memphis Tigers. Our next play, guys, look no further than my attire here with my hat. That's right, guys. We're going to be looking to back up the Ohio State Buckeyes minus 29 on the road against Rutgers in Big Ten action. Historically, guys, the Buckeyes have absolutely dominated Rutgers in this series, and they've always put up huge numbers. So that's exactly what we're looking for when we're looking for value here in terms of handicapping a game. With that being said, Ohio State should be pissed off. They finally fell out of that top 10 spot, even though they won by 33, and their starters only played around 20-25 minutes there. JT Barrett with 5 touchdowns. The Buckeyes are looking to finally get back into that top 10 spot and maybe even gain some respect from the AP Top 25 poll. With that being said, guys, Big Ten play here. Historically, Ohio State Buckeyes clobber the Rutgers. So with that being said, we're going to be looking to back up the Ohio State at minus 29. Moving on into our next play, it's going to be backing up the Georgia Bulldogs minus 7 again on the road here, guys, against a tougher but underrated Tennessee team. Nick Chubb, the senior running back for the Bulldogs, he's going to have himself a day. Historically, he has against the Volunteers. Look for him to continue that trend. Additionally, I get it, guys, a road game, especially any game in the SEC, it's tough to cover. But truly breaking down this game, it's going to come down to who's the hotter team and who's executing better. Georgia takes care of the ball and they capitalize their chances once they enter that red zone. -7 here, guys. Georgia, they definitely present value, at least to me. So that's going to be our official play here in week 5. We're looking to back up the reigning national champions in the Clemson Tigers on the road, -7-point favorites. Arguably the game to watch this week. They're going to be taking on Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, are they really that proven? I mean, obviously we're going to find out this week, but I look at this team, there's still so many question marks. Compare that to a team like Clemson. We already know their defensive line is arguably the best in the nation. I feel like Virginia Tech will not be able to stop them whatsoever. There's just so much more value here with Clemson. I feel like 7 is just way too low, actually, contrary to what most people are seeming to say about this game. You know, primetime game, Dabo Swinney and Clemson have been there. 7 points, I love it, guys. I'm going to be backing up the Clemson Tigers here, and I hope you guys do as well. And there you have it, guys. 7 official plays here for week 5 of college football picks against the spread. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, guys, I hope you found some value.